Top 10 money traps you should avoid in your 30s. Money is a very delicate issue for many people. This issue can be so contentious that instead of managing their money, people will avoid the topic altogether and solely focus on earning and spending it. In short, there are two types of people: those who increase their wealth and those who lose it. And, in this video, I will share with you 10 money mistakes you must avoid at all costs. The truth is that keeping money is a lot harder than making it. It's not uncommon to see people who come into wealth through inheritance, lottery, or other windfalls and lose it in a short amount of time. Mistake 1. Spending more than you're earning. This can be tempting to do, especially as a young adult. It can be tempting to blow your money right out of college. When you are making a consistent income for the first time in your life, buying that new car, moving into a new house, and flying first class are all appealing things to do, but the problem with them is that you tend to end up living from paycheck to paycheck if your income can't cover these costs. This issue can be likened to lifestyle inflation, whereby an increase in earning will cause you to increase your living expenses. An increase in paycheck shouldn't warrant you to increase your cost of living. However, the majority of people feel that they should reward themselves once they get paid. Instead, this cash inflow should be directed into prolonging your wealth through investments and the acquiring of assets. Everyone wants a little entertainment now and then, but you should still budget for it. Give yourself a little room to spend on the things you really want to do, and keep it under control. You'll enjoy the break all the more for the effort. Mistake 2. Relying heavily on credit cards. For many people, credit cards can be a convenient tool for making purchases, but for others they can be a one-way ticket to debt. Although you need credit cards for some business applications, relying on them heavily can ruin you financially. The use of credit cards promotes impulse buying. It gives you the mentality that you can afford anything and everything, all with an easy swipe. In fact, a 2001 MIT student found that shoppers spend up to 100% more when using their credit card to pay instead of cash. So if you find yourself spending uncontrollably on credit, form the habit of paying with cash instead. When you pay by cash, you are physically handing over money, and seeing the depletion in your wallet will make you feel the financial impact of the purchase much more than paying on credit. Mistake number 3. Not investing wisely. If you do not get your money working for you in the markets, or through other income-producing investments, you cannot stop working ever. Making monthly contributions to designated retirement accounts is essential for a comfortable retirement. Take advantage of tax-deferred retirement accounts and/or your employer-sponsored plan. Understand the time your investments will have to grow and how much risk you can tolerate. Consult a qualified financial advisor to match this with your goals if possible. For the wise investor, the key to making their assets produce a reliable stream of income is to obtain the proper knowledge about a particular market or product before putting their hard-earned money into the said venture. In short, make sure you do proper background work on whatever it is you want to go into, and not just because your friends are making money from it or a sales agent told you about the great benefits it has to offer. Although some people put a lot of emphasis on short-term investment gains, planning for retirement is a marathon, not a sprint. The earlier you start, the more you could accumulate. Beginning investments and retirement planning are all about the balance between paying your expenses, eliminating current debts, and setting aside money that can help pay you back. Life moves fast, and you don't want to lose track of your opportunities. Investing now gives you decades to pick up skills and confidence, and watch your money grow. Mistake 4. Buying things on sale. You may wonder why buying things on sale is a mistake. Buying things on sale, it looks maybe smart, but things we really need that? Or we buying because of low price? Think twice and take decision. No matter what the price is or what a great bargain you got. If you purchased something you aren't going to use, you just threw away your money. I've purchased so many bargains at department stores or discount stores over the years that either weren't really my style or didn't go with anything else I had in my closet. Don't make that mistake. Tip: ask yourself, would I be this excited about this purchase if it weren't on sale? Would I buy this at full retail? Will I use this a lot? Then and only then decide to make the purchase. Mistake 5. Buying a car that's out of your price range. Don't buy a fancy car to impress people you don't like, just because you can. People need transportation, but there's so much variability in price that you have to spend wisely. New cars can be one of the biggest money pits a person can get stuck in. A car fresh from the manufacturer loses about 30% of its value in the first year, and half by the end of 3 years. Learning to protect and enjoy what we already have will make it easier to set aside more income for investing. Mistake 6. Not having an emergency fund. Let's face it, life doesn't always go your way, and sometimes you need cash in order to rectify the situation you're in. For instance, your car could suddenly stop working, you could lose your job, or your washer could break. Unfortunately, just about everything in life costs money, which is why not having an emergency fund set aside is a critical money mistake. Sadly, a 2019 Federal Reserve study found that almost 40% of American adults wouldn't be able to cover a $400 emergency with cash, savings, or a credit card charge that they could quickly pay off. About 27% of those surveyed would need to borrow the money or sell something to come up with the $400, and an additional 12% would not be able to cover it at all. Luckily, you don't have to be one of these people. Saving these funds can be easy. All you have to do is set up a 10% automatic deduction from your pay with your employer that will send a portion of your paycheck into an emergency savings account. But how do you know when you've saved enough? Most financial gurus recommend you accumulate 6 months' worth of living expenses, but if you want to be extra cautious, then 1 year's worth is a great goal to set. Mistake number 7. Having just one source of income. For most people, having a sole source of income is a way of life, and this income usually comes in the form of a salary. Unfortunately, jobs aren't as secure as people perceive them to be. In fact, in 2018 alone, U.S. business laid off more than 21 million people, meaning that if your job was the only way you made money, then all of a sudden your cash inflow came to a halt. When it comes to income sources, you need to think of yourself as a tree. Do trees grow fruits from only one branch? The simple answer is no. They have different branches producing flowers and fruits. And so should you. You should keep developing and learning new ways to let your income work for you. This is not only wise but a safe way to help you sleep at night. Mistake 8. Living without a budget. This is a major mistake many people make in their 30s. You really can't take control of your finances if you don't draw up budgets. You need to balance your monthly income with your monthly expenses. Draw up budgets and set limits to the amount of money you spend every day or month. Doing this will help you save money, both in the long and short run. Many may assume drawing up budgets means depriving yourself of some of life's pleasures, but that's not true. If you like going out for drinks once or twice a month, then fit that into your budget. That's fine, as long as you can afford it. Drawing up a budget is only a means to keep your spending in check. Especially if you're the type that loves to go on wild spending sprees. 9. Paying off the wrong debts first. You're committed to paying off your debts, but you may be unsure where to begin. Should you work on student loans, your credit card debt, that car loan, or a home mortgage? Financial experts recommend paying off your highest rate of bad debt first. Bad debt is anything that doesn't boost your financial situation, which includes credit cards, personal bank loans, and automobile loans. Focus on paying off whichever debt is charging you the highest interest rate. 10. Not having health insurance. When you're young and healthy, it's tempting to go without health insurance. After all, if you rarely see the doctor, why do you need to spend all that money? But the cost of a medical emergency can multiply quickly and leave you bankrupt. Even just a trip to the ER can leave you floundering in unexpected debt. And going years without medical care can cost you thousands later on, when medical problems you've been putting off suddenly creep up. If you like this channel, please subscribe, comment, and like this video.